All right. Who wants to come out? Timmy, you want to come out?
I don't know. I think Mindy should go.
Mindy, do you want to go? You want to talk?
Well, I guess I should.
All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing? I love you guys. But we got a problem, okay? Have you guys ever had a problem with somebody before? Everybody say peace. Okay, Mindy's got something going on. It's been going on for the last couple of days. She does not have peace. Everybody say no peace. No peace. All right, before we start, I need someone to separate Michael and Nathan before we even get going. I need some teacher to separate those two before we get rolling. So we got a problem, though. Mindy, all right? Mindy does not have peace, okay? Have you cried today?
I don't care much to talk about it.
Okay. That's not good, Mindy. Who's it with?
I don't want to say.
Is it with Timmy?
No, never Timmy.
All right. What about me?
No.
What about your parents?
No.
What about a classmate? What about a classmate? It's a classmate, isn't it? Okay. So, what's going on?
I don't care much to talk about it.
Okay, so, all right, we got to make her feel comfortable, okay? Go ahead and raise your hand if you've ever had a problem with a classmate that you haven't had peace with, okay? Go ahead and put your hands down. So that was only like one or two. That's good. Thanks for being honest. Is it nice when we don't have peace with somebody? That's not fun. Have you ever had your teacher upset at you? There's no peace then. That's not fun. Have you ever had a friend do wrong by you? No peace. That's not fun. Have you ever upset your parents because you did something that you shouldn't? No peace. That's not fun, okay? And right now, Mindy does not have peace because some classmate is being a meanie head. Let's go with that one, okay? All right. So, Mindy.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, Mindy, I don't mean to laugh. I'm sorry. Mindy, if this student's giving you problems, is it messing up your whole day?
Yes.
All right. What about even when you go home? Do you still think about it?
Yes.
Okay, that's not good, Mindy. Like, you got to understand that, like, can we give Mindy some encouragement? Can we give her a round of applause? All right? Can we encourage her? Everybody repeat after me. We love you, Mindy. They're talking about you. That's right. They're talking about you. Okay? Let's say it one more time. We love you, Mindy. I let it happen. You got to let it happen. Let it happen. Everybody say, let it happen? Oh, hey, girl. How you doing? Hey. All right, so are you laughing? Okay, you think that's funny? Yes, sir. You got to understand, just because you got some people that have beef with you at school, that doesn't mean that you're not loved. Everybody say, you're loved. That's you. Give us another hair flip with the whole motion. I'll do it with you. All right. So, we know that we are loved, right? Who didn't have peace with us at first? Did God have peace with us with Adam and Eve in the garden? No. What did he have to do? He had to send who? His son. He had to send his daughter? His son, and his son's name was what? Okay? So that way he could have peace with who? Us, okay? Now, Mindy, if God did all that for us, do you think we could have some kind of peace with other people?
Yes, sir.
All right. Are we going to try as hard as we can to have peace with other people this week?
Yes, sir.
All right, good. I'll take it, okay? Why are you laughing?
Nothing.
All right. One more hair flip. If you got long hair, go on and bring it down. And then around. Flip it. All right, everybody up. Let's get into our first song this morning as we talk about peace. Everybody up, everybody up, everybody up. Everybody say, bye, Mindy. Everybody up, everybody up. Timmy, you got to go back to school, bro. All right, here we go. Everybody up.
Come alive in the light of your saving grace. You saw her guilt, saw her shame, and you took our place. We will dance, we will sing, 'cause salvation's here. And Jesus is here. Jesus is here. Jesus is here. And Jesus is here. You never let go. Found out hope. Anchored to you. Anchored to you. Jesus' love has paid it all. We're anchored to you, Lord. Anchored to you, we are caught like an anchor in your
continue into this morning's activities, all right? I can tell that a lot of you guys want to move, all right? There's still one kid clapping still. So I can tell you guys want to move, all right? And so with that, all right, we are going to see, this is a great time for you to show us your moves, okay? Whether you got dance moves, and you don't have to break it down to Chinatown. If you are just like, if you're a little classy, you like to do a little waltz, okay? Dun, 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 dun. Or maybe you're more of like a country dancer, and you like to two-step. Break it down, dick it down, 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 dick it down, dick it down, down, down. Or maybe you do like to break it down to Chinatown, a little ooh, ooh, okay, all right? Whatever you do, okay, we are going to do 2 rounds of freeze dance, all right? Now, because of COVID, we can't all dance because then our germs dance, and then they dance together, and then that's how germs get spread. So what we're going to do, all right, is I need each class, all right, we're going to do 2 rounds, okay? So teachers, go ahead and pick one student for one round, and then think in your mind another kid for the second round, all right? Go ahead and send me one student up. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Kindergarten right here. Kindergarten right here. First grade right here. Second grade. Somebody from second grade. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. Second grade. I need third grade right here. Third grade. You're in third grade? All right. Fourth grade. Okay. Now, okay, easy. All right, so let me give you some ground rules, okay? You guys ready? Let me give you some ground rules, all right? You cannot dance when the music stops, all right? When the music's playing, if you're doing the same thing, like you're acting like you have a thing, oh, Cavs ain't looking bad today, huh? Ooh, shoot him with the Cav. Shoot him with the Cav, all right? Swooky, swooky, swoo, swoo, swoo. Okay, focus. All right, chicka. Ooh, nice. Got to work on the arms a little bit. Got a little bit of flappy flap, all right? The Cavs, they'll shoot him with the skoo. All right, back to the game, sorry. Anyways, so, got a little distracted there for a minute. Hey, I hear that. All right. Speaking of what I was talking about, so with dancing, okay, there was this one time when I was at a zoo, all right? You guys want to hear this story? Okay, all right, sorry. When the music stops, you stop. Make sure you're dancing, okay? If you do this stuff the whole time, that's boring. Everybody say boring. Say, ain't nobody got time for that. All right, so you got to move. All right, you guys ready? When the music stops, you stop, all right? I'm going to sit down with my judges here. Huh? 4 rounds? I don't know about 4 rounds. All right, so go ahead and pause the music and then turn it up, and then we'll get rolling. All I know is I can't be in front of that camera. Oh, yeah. All right, so we know who's out. All right, that was good effort, though, okay? You're in 4th grade, correct? 4th grade? All right, Third grade, I got to give third grade 200 points because he was putting some work in, all right? Go ahead and scoot over a little bit. All right, go ahead and scoot over. You can move. Go ahead and scoot over a little bit. All right. All right, all dancers, take a deep breath. Relax a little bit. Get ready for the next set. All right, whenever they're ready, you're ready. Good. He's shaking. Look at him, he's shaking. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. All right, is that kindergarten? Is that second grade? No, that's first grade. First grade, all right, you are out, okay? But because you're throwing some big moves, I'm going to give your class 300 points, all right? So good job. You throw me big moves, I got to give you some points. All right, roll it. Whew. All right. To be honest, I wasn't paying attention. I got a little distracted. You know what I'm saying? All right, roll it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, so that was a tie, okay? So we've got to pause this game to play another game. You come with me, and you come with me, all right? Go ahead and come here. What's in your pocket? You got to, what's the can of? All right, go ahead and come here. Come here. We're going to do rock, paper, scissors, best 2 out of 3, okay? You know how to play rock, paper, scissors? What about you? Yeah? Okay. All right, I'm going to do it with you for one practice round. You ready? Here we go. I didn't count towards anything, but here we go for realsies. All right, best 2 out of 3. Here we go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right, that's 1. So best 2 out of 3. Here we go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right, so now it's tie. Here we go for realsies. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh! All right. What grade is he in? 7th? 5th? 2nd. Got it. Okay. 2nd grade, I got to give you guys 400 points. Good job. Huh? 2nd grade sent me 2 2nd graders? All right. You got to go grab a seat, too. Sorry. All right. 400 points for 2nd grade. All right, Colt, come here. Estrada, go right here. All right. Okay. You ready? Huh? Once the music starts, you dance. Once the music stops, you stop. That's it. All right. Winners are taking 800 points home. You ready? Estrada, I got to see some bigger moves, all right? No, Colt, you got to stay up there. Last round. You made it to the finals, my friend. All right, here we go. Both of you guys take a deep breath. There we go. All right, roll it. Nice. Yes, Estrada, that's what I'm looking for. Good job, Colt. Shimmy, shimmy, Cocoa Puff. Shimmy, shimmy, right. They're both shaking. They both moved. All right, so it's up to you guys, okay? Come here, we got to have a meeting, all right? Go ahead, bring it in. Come here. All right, so look, this is the deal, okay? All right, I offered them 400 points, and then they don't want it, so they want the full 800. So we're going all for nothing. Here we go. Roll it. Big moves. Yes, I'm just a little fishy in the aquarium. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Colt, you moved last minute, but I'm still going to give you 400. 400 for kindergarten! Good job, Colt. You go to grab a seat. 800 points. You guys are taking home, okay? Good job. Good job, Estrada, okay? I was a little worried at first, I'm not going to lie. And then we became the fish, okay? All right. What I need us to do before we get into our next song, okay? Everybody say Estrada, fish. I need everybody to stand up, and we're all going to do the same dance move together, okay? Stand up, put your hands together, and this is the Estrada fish. All right, here we go. Once that music rolls, we'll do it. Go ahead and roll it. Let me see your best Estrada fish. Say, oh yeah. Say Estrada, fish. Here we go, no.
Need. You're the reason we're coming here. You're the reason we're gonna sing. You're everything we could ever want. You're everything we could ever need. You're the reason we're coming here. You're the reason we're gonna sing. We shine. We want it quiet. We fought for your heart. Everything we could ever want, you're everything we could ever need. You're the reason we're coming here. You're the reason we're gonna sing. You're everything we could ever want. You're everything we could ever need. You're the reason we're coming here. You're the reason we're gonna say. We shine.
As loud as you can. Good job, good job, good job, guys. Everybody repeat after me. Praise Jesus. Praise Jesus. The whole point of why we do what we do is to praise Jesus. The whole reason why we live the way that we live is to praise Jesus. The whole reason why we love people that are difficult to love is to praise Jesus, and that should encompass everything that we do, okay? It all has to come back to Jesus. And so right now, if you don't have peace with somebody in your life, do the best that you can to have peace with them because of who? If you got beef with somebody right now, and if you're finding it really, really hard to forgive them, okay, pray that God would give you the peace, the answer to forgive them for that. And we need to do that because of who? If you're having a really tough time listening to your teacher, and you're finding it difficult to follow instructions, simple instructions, pray that God would make it easier for you to pay attention, that you would take it upon yourself to be obedient to your teacher, to praise who? Because if you can't do it for your teacher, if you can't do it for your parents, if you can't do it for your fellow classmates, do it at least for who? Jesus. All right. Before we get into today's lesson about peace, everybody give me peace. All right. Show me your peace sign. Okay. Before we get into our peace lesson for today, let's pray it up. All right. So let's bow our heads. Let's close our eyes. Let's get quiet. Shh. And let's just talk to the Lord. This is not the time to mess with anybody, not time to talk to anybody. Maybe for this is your first time during the whole week where you've just taken this time to pray. So let's close our eyes, let's bow our heads, and let's just pray. Let's talk to the Lord this morning. God, we know it's hard to have peace with people. We know that people can be difficult, and we know that because we're difficult. We're not perfect. And so you needed to send your son to save us. And so, Lord, I pray that we would just understand that peace that only comes from you. You've given us peace. You've given the ability to take a deep breath and know that you are the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. I pray for the student in here that does not have peace. Parents are fighting at home. Maybe there's money problems. Maybe they miss their parents because through divorce or through loss. Maybe school is becoming really, really difficult, and these students don't have peace in who they are or what's going on around them. I pray, God, that you would give these students peace. I pray for the kid in here that cannot sleep well at night because they're scared of this and that and monsters or whatever. I pray that that kid would be able to understand that they can have peace and know that you are the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, that you can provide. Help us all understand your peace better today. Help us leave here challenged and encouraged. And help us just continue to strive to be better in loving you. And everybody said, amen. All right, guys, let's go and watch this video on the screen, and then we'll get into God's Word.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure.
100 points for 5th grade. They're listening, they're being good, they're paying attention. Good job, 5th grade.
As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story. Inspired by the entire Bible.
In the beginning, God created a magnificent paradise, and everything in it was good. He created water and land and plants and trees and birds and fish and animals. And then, from the very dust of the earth, God created a man called Adam. He created a woman called Eve. They were the first two people on earth, made in God's image, living peacefully in paradise. Adam and Eve were friends with God, but then they made a terrible choice. God had given Adam and Eve one rule.
You must not eat the fruit from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. If you do, you will certainly die.
But the temptation was too great for Adam and Eve. They broke God's rule, and what was once a paradise became a broken world. People started telling lies.
It was the woman you put here with me. She made me eat it.
Brother fought against brother. No! Selfishness spread through generations. When there had been peace in the garden, now there was pain and sin and death separating people from their Creator. But God had a plan to make peace once again with the people he loved so much. Hundreds of years after Adam and Eve broke his rule, God chose a man named Abraham and said,
All nations on earth will be blessed because of you. Look up at the sky. Count the stars if you can. That's how many children will be born into your family.
So Abraham had a son, Isaac, and Isaac grew up to have 2 sons of his own, Jacob and Esau. And those 2 sons had children of their own. Jacob, who God renamed Israel, he himself had 12 sons. So God had given Abraham a huge family just like he promised. But God's people, the Israelites, were still lost and broken, separated from him. They still did not have peace. They didn't have peace when God rescued them from slavery in Egypt, when God led them through the Red Sea to escape their enemies.
Okay, great. But what are we supposed to eat out here in the desert? Sand?
The nation of Israel didn't have peace when God gave them a new law.
These commandments are hard. We want a king like all the other nations.
They didn't even get peace when God gave them a king.
The king's laws are no fair. We want a new God, like all the other nations.
Nope, nothing gave God's people lasting peace. They were still lost and broken and separated from God for thousands of years. But God had not forgotten the promise he made to Abraham.
All nations on earth will be blessed because of you.
God still had a plan to show the people just how much he cared for them. He knew this broken world would never be able to rescue itself, so God made a way. God sent his son, Jesus, to bring peace on earth once and for all. Jesus grew up and he taught people love and compassion, forgiveness and grace. He healed the sick and befriended the outcasts. He saw what was wrong and made it right. He loved the world and its people so deeply he gave his life on a cross to pay for the sins of the whole world.
Father, forgive them. They don't know what they're doing.
In Colossians, the Apostle Paul tells us God made peace through Christ's blood, through his death on the cross. When Jesus chose to give up his life, he paid the cost of every sin ever committed and every sin that had yet to be committed. People no longer had to be separated from God. But in the 3 dark days immediately following Jesus' death, his followers didn't understand all of that yet. They huddled in the dark, afraid that they too might be arrested or even killed.
Who's there?
Early on the morning of the 3rd day, Mary Magdalene arrived at the home where the disciples were staying.
They have taken the Lord out of the tomb. We don't know where they have put him.
The disciples stared at each other in shock. Then, Peter and John lunged for the door. They raced each other all the way back to the tomb where Jesus had been placed.
The tomb really is empty.
There are the linen cloths they wrapped him in.
Peter and John returned home, still uncertain and confused. And Mary Magdalene, who had followed them, stayed behind in the garden. And as she wept, she noticed a man standing nearby. And at first, she thought he was the gardener.
Sir, did you carry Jesus away? Tell me where you put him.
Mary.
The instant the man spoke, Mary Magdalene knew immediately who he was. It was Jesus, alive again.
Teacher!
Overjoyed, Mary returned to the disciples to share the incredible news.
I have seen the Lord.
It was true. Jesus had come back from the dead. He's more powerful than sin, more powerful than death. And through him, we can have peace with God and work toward peace with others as God intended from the very beginning.
So today we're talking about peace. And with peace, a lot of times we think that if we had more money, or if our parents didn't fight as much, or if I went to maybe even a different school, or my parents got a new car, that then I would have peace and then I would be happy. It can be summed up in 4 words, and it's behind me, but to have peace means to love God and love other people. It's that simple. We don't have to make it super complicated. For example, the time that my family had the most money, we were the most miserable. We had a boat, and we would go on the boat every weekend. We had a brand new truck. We had a nice house. We had a pool. This is stuff that we never had before. But nobody in our house had peace. I found out my mom couldn't sleep at night in that time because she was so upset with life. I found myself looking for love in all the wrong places. And I didn't have peace until I met Jesus. And this is the thing, is that I went from a big house and a pool and a boat, and parents had a new car. And then we went to an apartment. My mom and my sister shared a bed. It was a big difference in life. But me and my mom were the most happiest, most joyful we have ever been in our lives because we found who? Jesus. And I remember walking our dog around that apartment complex and just smiling and being so filled up with joy because I accepted and found Jesus for the first time ever in my life. And I know right now you guys think if you had new shoes or if you had new friends or if you had this would be different or that would be different, then I would have peace, then I would have made it. No. Through Jesus we have peace. Our main idea today, it'll be on the screen. It says this. It says, God made peace with us. How did he make peace with us? Go ahead and raise your hand. I'll pick on one of you. Just one. Yes. Yes. All right, that's good. What were you going to say? He died on the cross for us, right? And so, he sacrificed his one and only son for who? Us, because he wanted to make peace with who? Us. So then we reach this decision where it's like, do I love and make Jesus my friend or do I not? And so if you guys want to make Jesus your friend, you want to have that relationship with him, then you should always talk to me after chapel. I would love to share Jesus with you. I would love for you to be friends with Jesus and walk and do life with him and have that faith. But you have to make that decision. But all I'm saying is I know that peace comes from the peacemaker, okay? God is the ultimate peacemaker. He made peace possible. You can be the most richest, the most people that have the most money. It doesn't mean anything. It all starts in where? In your heart. We're going to look at two verses. Let's go and look at the first one. And it says this in Colossians 1:20. God was pleased to bring all things back to himself. That's because of what Christ has done. These things includes everything on earth and in heaven. God made peace through Christ's blood by his death on the cross, which you guys answered, all right? But God made peace through Christ. He made it possible. Everybody say, peace is possible. Turn to the person next to you and say, peace is possible. And then I want to look at this other verse, and it says this, all right, in Romans chapter 14, verse 19. So let us do all we can to live in peace. Repeat after me. So let us do all. All right, we got to start over. I need everybody on this, okay? So let us do all we can to live in peace. Is talking trash about another student, is that doing all that you can to live in peace? Is not listening to your teacher doing all that you can to live in peace? Is talking back to your parents when they ask you to do something, is that doing all that you can to live in peace? Okay, so everybody say, be a peacemaker. Okay, second part of this verse. And let us, repeat after me, and let us work hard to build up one another. Some ways that you guys could build each other up, encourage each other. If you don't have anything nice to say, do me and all the adults in this room a favor and just keep your mouth shut, okay? If you got nothing nice to say, nobody wants to hear that, okay? And all the adults in this room, adults, including me, if you have something that's not nice to say, just keep your mouth shut. Nobody needs to hear you downgrading somebody else. Nobody needs to hear you talking trash about somebody else. Nobody needs to hear you talking bad about somebody's shoes or somebody's hair. You guys are all wearing the same colors, okay? You guys are wearing all the same outfits, all the same uniforms, so I don't want to hear any of that. If you got somebody that's not playing in your football game because they said something that was rude or weird, who cares? Give them a shot. Give them an opportunity. Build that place of peace. You wonder why you hate school so much? It's because you cannot listen to your teacher and do what she told you to do. And now she's making your life difficult because she has to. She can't let you go crazy for the sake of all the other students. And so if we're going to be true peacemakers, if we're going to be true disciples of Jesus, if we're really going to be Jesus' friends, we have to create more peace, okay, than we do division. And you guys divide each other up so quickly. You get on the playground, I already know it's pretty much every day is the same day. You know who's going to hang out together. You know who's going to be alone. You know who's going to sit by the teacher. It's the same thing every day. What if you were to ask the kid that isn't always playing with you, hey, do you want to play with us? You want to play football with us? Because what makes you think that you're so special that only you and your group should have fun? Are we not called to be peacemakers? Did Jesus go around and say, hey, just you guys, okay? Everybody else, you don't want to hear this. No, there's crowds that would come and talk and come and hear Jesus speak. He had children run to him. He embraced children. Back in that time, nobody really wanted to hear from women, and nobody really wanted to hear from children. The majority of people in this room are women and who? Children, okay? Jesus gave women a voice. Jesus gave children a voice. He loves them. So we have got to make sure that we love each other. Romans 14:19 says, so let us do all we can to live in peace. Can you do all that you can to live in peace this week? And this is the thing, guys, like I'm giving you like the cheat code to life, all right? If you want to have an awesome life and have fun, live peacefully. When you hear other students starting drama, just walk away. Don't get involved in that. If two of your friends like say something mean to another kid, don't join in on that. Walk away, be a peacemaker. I like how in Romans chapter 14 and 19 it says, and let us work hard to build one another up, because it is a lot of hard work to build other people up. Some of you guys are note makers in the sense that you write notes to your teacher, you write notes to your parents. I love you. You mean a lot to me. Thank you so much for what you do. Like the letters that you guys send me, I appreciate those a lot. They encourage me. All right. I've even had students make me paintings before. Like, that's awesome. All right. You're building me up. And I want you guys to do the same for each other. Build each other up. Build each other up. This weekend, put the Nintendo Switch down. All right. Put your parents' iPhone down and make your teacher a card. Make your parents a card. Do something, but we have got to do all that we can to live in peace. Everybody say, I'm going to live, to live, to live in peace. And the only way that happens is with Jesus. You guys basically got the whole Bible within one video, okay? But I want to focus on these two verses. I'm going to read this one more time, okay? So let us do all we can to live in peace, and let us work hard to build one another up, okay? Build up one another. The other verse in Colossians says this, okay? Colossians 1:20. I'm going to read the whole thing. God was pleased to bring all things back to himself. That's because of what Christ has done. These things include everything on earth and on heaven and in heaven. God made peace through Christ's blood by his death on the cross. Everybody say, peace is possible. Have you ever been so sad you just wanted to cry all day? Okay. You guys are kids. Some would say that you guys don't have much to worry about. But you guys do have things to worry about. You guys do have stresses in life. You guys do feel the weight of your parents' decisions. But know that peace is possible through being a friend to who? Jesus. Being a friend of the Lord. Peace is possible for you. Everybody look at me, and then we're going to close out. Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. Okay? Shh. Look at me, look at me. You guys will not live the same life as your parents if you choose to. I want you guys to have peace in your lives. I want you guys to have joy. And the only way that peace is possible is through Jesus. You tracking with me on that? Repeat after me. Peace is possible through Jesus. That is the only way that it is possible. So we have to have that peace in Jesus. We have to be that friend with him. And so I just want to challenge you guys to have that peace. Peace comes from who? From Jesus, okay? Raise your hand if there has been some time between the time you've been born and the time of today, okay? Sometime in your 5 years, maybe you're 5, maybe you're 7, maybe you're 9, in your 9 years of living, whatever it might be. Raise your hand if there's been some point where you did not have peace. We've all been there. Whether it's the first day of school, whether it's your parents said, hey, you're going to have a new sibling, and you're like, what? Why? Okay? So whatever it might be, okay? We can have peace in Jesus in the most craziest of times. Even if everything's not working out for you right now, even if things are difficult at home, you can still have peace through who? Through who? Through who? Through who? If some kid walks up to you on the playground and says, hey, I really want peace in my life, what are you going to say? Go to who? Jesus, okay? That is the only way that you can have true peace. It's not through video games. It's not through being the coolest. It's not through having the nicest shoes. It's not who has the nicest car during pickup. It's who has Jesus in their hearts, okay? So let's have peace through Jesus. Everybody say, peace is possible. Okay, we're going to say that again, but we're going to make possible echo. So you're going to go, possible, possible, possible. Ready? Peace is possible, possible, possible. Okay, perfect. One more time. Peace is possible. Nice. Okay, perfect. All right. Now we're going to make the whole thing echo. Let's see if you guys can do this, okay? So you're going to go, peace, 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 peace. Is possible, possible. Ready? The hand helps. Put the hand out. Here we go. Peace. You guys just went, peace. Okay? All right. Peace. Okay, so we're hissing. All right, that was a consecutive decision. Peace is possible, 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 possible. Okay? Peace is possible, but only through who? Only through who? Only through who? I'm a new kid. I'm from Philadelphia. I show up on the playground. I see you on the swing. I say, hey, kid, how can I have peace? Is it possible? What are you going to tell the kid? Okay. Peace is possible through Jesus, all right? We have to have that time together with him, all right? Let's go ahead and pray it up. Let's find out who's going to be our chapel trophy winner for today. Let's go ahead and close our eyes. Let's bow our heads. Let's put our hands together so we're not high-fiving or doing secret handshakes. Lord, we just come to you in prayer, and I just pray that you would help us just continue to lean on you. I pray for the students in here that maybe don't have peace. I pray that they would choose you. I pray for the students in here that have a lot going on at home, and they just need that time with you. They need that peace that only comes from you. I pray that they would lean on you. I pray for the teachers in here that maybe do not have peace. Maybe their relationship with Christ isn't where they want it to be, or maybe they need to grow more, whether they just need to rely or maybe talk to you. Whatever that situation might be, I pray that you would help our teachers have peace in their lives, that they would be that example for these students. And Lord, I just pray for everybody in here, including me, that we would have that peace that only comes from you, that we would just have it so much in it that it would just ooze out in the way that we live, in the way that we do things, so that way people can see more of who you are, Lord. Use us, direct us, guide us, and I just pray for a great, great Friday for everybody. Pray that everybody would have a great attitude. Pray that everybody would be positive and just finish this week strong. We love you, God, in everything you do, and everybody said...